Hey YouTube, I thought I'd share a little update with you guys concerning my Cadillac. I've got some rather unfortunate news. It's somewhat good news and somewhat unfortunate news, but let me explain it as carefully as I can. My car was having alternator issues again. The first time she had alternator issues, the alternator wasn't working right, it was draining the battery, and it wasn't working good. Me and my stepdad tried everything. We even bought a used alternator off eBay. And that did somewhat fix it, but we still had to do a lot of work. What we did to fix it the first time was we tightened the alternator belt to a point where it did start working again. It did great. But now it developed alternator issues again. Only this time we fixed it because it was just a blown fuse. I know it's crazy, but who knew that something like this could be such a big trouble? Well, this is not the blown fuse. It's just a spare 25 amp blade fuse I have, lying around. The point is, my car it's running, but even though we fixed the alternator issue, a new problem popped up just like that, so conveniently. The water pump now has to be replaced. My belt was squealing really, really loudly. We checked every belt. We checked the power steering belt, the fan belt, the alternator belt, everything. We put a little soap on the belt to see if it'll stop. Nothing. Turns out the water pump is bad because of the bearings. So the only thing that me and my stepdad can do is replace it. Now, on eBay, I paid $26 and ordered a new water pump. Plain and simple. Comes in on Saturday, and but here's the catch. Putting the new water pump in is going to be a nightmare because it has a bunch of pulleys and belts and a fan connected to it, the radiator fan. So it's going to be a real pain in the ass to get under the car and replace all that. I mean, you think that my troubles were over? No, they've only just begun. So it gets worse from here because also my car has a really bad muffler. My muffler has a hole in it, about that big. I mean, it started out as a little crack that formed due to rust and the fact the muffler was warped. And then over time, the crack got bigger and bigger, and now it's got a big old, it like burst open, and now there's like exhaust fumes spewing everywhere. I mean, that sounds good for the environment, doesn't it? And it's like smells really bad. There's like a major exhaust leak here, and the only way that I can fix that is to put in a new muffler, which is not bad because I found one for $30 on eBay, brand new, that fits my car. Here's a good rule of thumb. If you're going to look for parts for your Cadillac from the 70s or 80s or whatever on eBay, they're going to say, does this part match your vehicle? And you type in your vehicle, and if it doesn't match, try to look for another part. And if it does match and it's of a decent price, add it to your watch list. And when you get the money, pay for it, and you're good to go. I'm just saying that this is going to take some doing. My Cadillac is still street legal, but if I were to drive her right now, those belts would be squealing really, really loud. It'll be screaming like a banshee. It's going to wake up the whole neighborhood, and everybody's going to start bitching at me and start being like, "Excuse me, do you think maybe you could turn that car off? You're making a bunch of noise and you're waking up my kids." So you wouldn't want that. So the only thing that I can do is, in order to prevent dealing with asshole neighbors, I have to, keep my car quiet until I get the new water pump in. And then I have to put in the new muffler, which I can order when I get paid on Wednesday. My paycheck at work, at the gas station I work at, it's gone from $47 to $70, which is, because I recently got a raise. I know it doesn't seem like much, and, getting a job at a gas station at age 29 as my first job is a being very late in the game, but hey, better late than never. I didn't get my license till I was 25. My sister didn't get hers till she was 26. Go figure. So I think the only thing that I can do now, in the meantime, is just scrimp and save whatever paycheck money I have, keep buying the Cadillac parts. It's an old car. It's 30 years old. I'm turning 30 in April, so, it's that car, me and that car are the same age. We just have a mutual bond, and I can never sell that Cadillac. So whatever it takes, whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm just going to keep on buying car parts until that Cadillac is in tip-top shape. She doesn't really have 100,000 miles on her yet. She's still up to 97,000 miles. So I can't drive that car proper until, with a lot of the bad parts are replaced. In fact, as of late, I've been having trouble trying to get her started on cold mornings. I've had to stick a screwdriver inside the alternator to hold the carburetor to hold the carburetor flap open so I can crank it. And a lot of times fire shoots up out of the carburetor, but that's normal. It's an old car. I saw a '59 Caddy on YouTube that two guys in Cuba tried to get running, and fire shot up out of that for a quick second. So it's an old car. It happens. It's not unusual. Sometimes it happens. It's no big deal. It doesn't set anything on fire. But, I managed to get my car going, but it takes a little effort. On freezing cold mornings, you have to open up the air cleaner lid where the carburetor is, take a screwdriver or something like that, or something big and flat, stick it in the carburetor flap to hold it open, the front flap, not the big one in the rear, and just get in the car, pump the gas twice, wait a couple of seconds, take a deep breath, and start. And due to the fact my car's got a bad starter, it takes a little effort to get it going, for the starter motor to catch on. So I need a new starter motor, and that's not going to be easy. But at least I could found a few on eBay for like, what, 50, 60 bucks, refurbished, or brand new. Or partsgeek.com, I can always check for a starter there. I mean, there's always a catch. You don't want to get an inferior one. If you have to pay 60 bucks, do it. You don't want to get any counterfeit or cheaply made parts, otherwise it's going to break, like, what, a week later, and you're going to be like, oh, well, what a waste of money that was, huh? I mean, if it's too good to be true, don't buy it. Take my advice. I'm still learning how to fix cars, but I've gotten pretty good at oil changes and changing brake pads and fixing hub assemblies and rotors and replacing tires, charging batteries, making adjustments on alternators and stuff. I'm getting better at it little by little. I'm still a bit of an amateur. I'm not a professional mechanic. If I was, my car would be fully restored by now, but no, I'm not good at that. I mean, I can replace certain engine parts, change a headlight out, maybe. I can probably, I can put in shocks. It takes me like hours and hours to do, but hey, it always works out good in the end. I put in new air shocks, so I was up until 4 in the morning doing that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, but it's a slow work in progress. So I'm not giving up on this Cadillac. I'm still going to work on it, and I just want to let you guys know, be patient, because my car is going to get better as time goes on. It may take another couple of months before I do another video. I might probably do a small update video here and there just to tell you guys what's going on. You never know. Something good might pop up. Who knows? So whatever it takes, that Cadillac is going to run good. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to just go around and just let my car sit in the driveway and start driving some crappy car to work every day. No. That Cadillac deserves better than this. So I'm going to do everything I can to get her running good. And by the time she's running, she'll be one of the nicest cars in the city. So remember, just be patient, and hey, you never know. I might do another driving video by the time she's fixed. Maybe by the time I do the next video, the car will be in good running condition. It just depends on how much money I'm going to be making in my job. I only work 3 days a week. It's a part-time thing. So, I'm not like, I might even save up money to go to TCC, college. I need to at least make a career out of myself. I might even get a career in automotive. You never know. I'm a bit of a slow learner, but that's not going to stop me. I may be almost 30 and I'm still living in my parents' house, as you can see, but this bedroom is getting smaller and smaller every year for me, so I gotta find some way to move out and get on with my life. But in the meantime, my Cadillac comes first. I have a driver's license. I'm starting to get better and better at this mechanics thing. I've been fucking up my fingers trying to fix that car. I mean, these baby soft hands are not exactly the hands of a professional mechanic, but they're getting there. Everything turns to callus eventually, no matter how fucked up or greased up my fingers get from tightening bolts and pulling apart wires and having them crushed by moving engine parts. It'll get better, I promise you. Just don't forget, YouTube, that this is a very, very, very big deal right now. So the Cadillac issue is going to continue on probably for the next couple of months. I don't know if she'll be in good running shape. Probably not until, early to mid-spring? We'll see. Anyways, YouTubers, if you all like Cadillacs like me, and if you are car guys, subscribe to my channel. Just hit that subscribe button and tap the little bell next to it, and keep looking up, because before you know it, I'm sure the Cadillac will be in good running shape. It'll take a while for the next update. It may be short, it may be long. I don't know. It depends. I have to work. I have a family I got to take care of. I have to help my grandparents. I've only got 2 grandparents left, and that's it. But anyways, I'm doing everything I can to fix the Caddy. So subscribe, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. Rock out, fellas.